I am a huge believer in doing the recruiting process by yourself. I know there's so much maturity that is gained, so much knowledge that is gained, confidence that is gained from doing the recruiting process yourself. And I'm also a huge believer in not reinventing the wheel. That's why I do everything that I do in the college volleyball recruiting process the way that I do it. I'm not doing the process for you, and I'm definitely not going and reaching out to college coaches for you because they don't want that. College volleyball coaches want to know that they're recruiting someone that genuinely wants to be at their program. Could they possibly talk to some club coaches or a recruiter? Yes, but the only division that's limited in communication based on age is NCAA Division One schools. And most kids aren't going to play at NCAA Division One schools. There are a ton of other divisions and associations. And even the ones that do go play at NCAA Division One schools, they don't have to have those college coaches talk to someone else for them. They can do it directly. You can email, you can communicate, you can send so much information to a college coach to show them that you're interested. That's why I do everything that I do. That's why I have these coaching sets. That's why I aim to empower you and your child to do the process well. So that way you can enjoy their last few years at home without having fights and headache and frustration. You can literally watch a video from a trusted person who has been through the process herself, has received thousands of other offers for other families, and knows what works and what wastes time so that you're not butting heads with your kids, so that you're not fighting, you're not getting aggravated with each other, but you can do the process together, allow them to mature, allow them to grow, allow them to feel invested and empowered to make informed decisions for their future so that you guys can enjoy your last few years while they're under your roof. Because I remember going through the process and butting heads so bad with my mom. And it wasn't because I didn't like what she was doing. It was because one side of me felt really, really guilty. I was supposed to be successful. I was supposed to be good at what I was doing. I was supposed to be the all-star. I got all the MVP awards. I got all kinds of offers for all these all-star teams and all these awesome things, but I just couldn't make college happen. And so I felt so guilty making them spend money on camps and showcases, and I didn't know what to do, and I felt ashamed. I felt embarrassed, and I took that out on my mom. And it was miserable. It was awful for both of us. And I know she just wanted to help me. I know everything she was doing was everything she knew how to do with the information that she had. That's what I want to do. I want to close that gap. I want to build that bridge so that you guys can walk together confidently toward your goals. And it's not something that's going to be overwhelming. I'm very concise and precise about how I coach these things. It's something that also isn't a generic information type set. The recruiting process is different for each kid, and each kid has a unique volleyball value that they need to show coaches. So whenever I'm coaching you through the process, you must lay your foundation. If you don't start with that foundation, if you start with just emailing a coach highlights, your entire recruiting process is gonna tumble. It's gonna fall because you don't have a quality foundation of what you're trying to show coaches. If you just start with emailing film to coaches, yes, there's a chance some of them may respond, but your athlete is not going to feel confident in what to say in back to them. They're also not going to feel confident on what to say on a phone call. They're not going to know how to move the process forward. There's going to be so many holes and so many questions. That is why I do the process the way I do it. I have taken not just the information from me doing it myself, but literally thousands of other families I've helped. Not just one kid, not just a couple kids, thousands of families that I have helped. And I have seen what resonates with college coaches, what helps make it easier for the individual child themselves, as well as the parent. And when you lay that foundation, when you lay that groundwork, and the way I do it is very simple questions, but they're very pointed questions that help you show where the puzzle pieces fit in the board so that you can show yourself to coaches as a whole. You don't leave any gaps, you don't leave anything out. Coaches know exactly who you are and what you have to offer so that they're more excited to interact with you, and they're more excited to move the process along quickly so that you can get offers and you can reach your dreams, not just have more questions, have more doubts, have more emotions, have more stress, have more tension in your family, hate the last few years of your child being at home because you're trying to achieve this goal and you both secretly feel like failures. Parents feel like they're letting their kids down. Kids feel like they're letting their parents down and they're an embarrassment. And it just clashes all together. You don't have to go through that. You can work through the process together. I give you tools so that you can communicate with each other openly. You can see parents what the kid is thinking. Kids, you can see where the parent's coming from. And you both have a clear strategy and a path to follow that has been proven. It has led to so many offers. So if you've been thinking this whole time that I am someone that comes in and I'm a recruiter and I'm going to go talk to college coaches and I'm going to just promote the kids that I think are best or good enough, that is not what I do and not who I am. I am someone that empowers you to do the process on your own without having to reinvent the wheel because I have the data. I have the science. I have all the things behind the process that move it further along so that you can get actionable results for your child to achieve their goals. The first thing that you have to start with is that foundation. So I'm going to put a link below to that foundation. And I'm not charging a ton of money for this. This is just something that you can go in. There's 2 coaching video sets very similar to this, where you listen to information, fill out a worksheet, and then you listen to another video that tells you exactly how to use that moving forward. Then from there, there's other coaching video sets that will empower you to save time, save money, save frustration, save tears in the process. So if you're ready to do the process different, if you know you can do the process on your own, you just need somebody to tell you what to do, I'm your girl. That's what I've made. That's what I've created. There are athletes out there that are capable of doing this. They're just missing so many little things that are not allowing coaches to move them forward in the recruiting process with them. Fill in the gaps, fill in your holes. Even if you've been doing the process, even if you've been sending emails and getting a few responses, this foundation will fill in those holes in that bucket so that you can fill your bucket up with water. There's not going to be stuff leaking out. There's not going to be things missing. It's simple, easy to do, quick to do. You have to do this foundation to be able to start the recruiting process well so that you can actually drive results and coaches know who they're getting. So that empowers your athlete to communicate well with coaches because your athlete already knows that the coach is interested in them and who they are. So I'm going to put the link for the foundations below. I have a ton of other resources, but honestly, this is where you have to start. If you don't start with this foundation, nothing else I coach is going to make sense because everything is based off of individually you. I don't do bulk stuff. I do not because every kid is different. Every kid has something different to offer a team. And if we're just trying to bulk make things, if we just make a highlight video that looks exactly like other kids' highlight videos, we're missing the entire point. So start with this foundation, super quick. You can totally do it. It's 2 coaching videos, a worksheet to fill out, and it's going to show you how to implement this into your recruiting strategy so that you can make things better for you now. Hurry, run and grab that. Make sure you follow along and subscribe for more videos. And also make sure that you click the link below to go get that foundation set right now, ASAP. Hurry.